Heading out island hopping.
It's honestly, I have no words.
Goal quickly, super quickly, go in goal. Make sure it does not fall in. If this falls in, this is a bad idea. Good morning, guys, from Phuket, Thailand. It is currently 7:09 in the morning. We got up just before sunrise as we are very excited to be heading out island hopping today. We got picked up by 5 Star Marine and we got taken to Boat Lagoon. I never knew this place existed. It's actually on the other side of Phuket as we are heading to Phan Naga Bay. It is basically a beautiful bay full of, I think, 41 islands and even more islets, and it is in between Phuket and the Thailand mainland. But this marina is beautiful. I need a coffee and I can't wait to get out. This is why you get up early, miss the crowds. There's a certain James Bond island that gets very, very busy.
This is needed. I definitely needed my coffee, but we have actually been checking out the map to see where we're going to be going today. There's actually so many islands that we're going to be seeing.
You look like a teacher at the board.
Yeah, I know, I'm going to be pointing because we have SB Boat. We can basically go and see as many as we can fit in our day and check out the whole bay. I'm going to just say to you that we're going to be doing this whole area. I'm very excited. We have this huge boat all to ourselves. Get me to the islands.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Wow.
Except the captaincy.
Can I be the captain? This is huge. Way too big for us.
This is just so cool.
Not only is it massive inside, but we have this like outdoor seating area where we will be able to see everything. I mean, I feel very royal sat on the top of here right now.
We've got Bluetooth speakers. We've got everything on here.
We're going to be having a party. Look at this place. Welcome to Phang Nga National Park.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers with the banana.
Wow.
This is unbelievable. This is Panak Island, which is actually the biggest in Phang Nga Bay, and we're actually going to be heading to one of the caves. I think it's called Mangrove Cave. Which is going to be pretty exciting, but I just can't believe this.
It's so beautiful. It's like emerald green water.
Yeah, it's completely different. It is kind of like these huge, imposing limestone cliffs with the emerald blue, super calm water, and the sun is shining. It makes it look so much better.
I have never turned up to a beach with a helmet on, but we are going to the Mangrove Cave. So we need this so we don't hit our heads, and we need a light so we can see where we're going. But this is just paradise. We're on this tiny little beach, and because we left early, we've got the whole place to ourselves.
This is so cool. I literally can't believe I'm wearing a hard hat right now, but the cave is actually 50 meters. Is that in length, right?
I think so, all the way in.
And the water is like varying in height right now. Oh my god, I need to watch my head.
Careful, it's very low.
Wow, wow, wow. At the end of the cave is this huge lagoon, and obviously you can only access this when it is low tide, because when it's high tide, you're gonna be pretty much swimming through a cave, and it's just magical. It's literally like something out of Jurassic Park.
Through the cave, you then come back to this beach. This beach is beautiful, and there's a boat just arriving, which means
We're leaving.
We're
We want it
leaving.
to ourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Cheers! Look
Cheers.
at that.
This is amazing.
The best way to be welcomed off of our own island before we head off.
To the next one.
Oh, that is so good.
Wow, this is just magical. We're cruising along the bay past so many magical, magical islands. And again, because we're out so early,
so quiet.
I can literally only hear Molly talk, which I'm not sure is a good thing.
All of the islands are amazing, but we have stopped at Koh Nah Kay. It's taken me some time to try and remember the name of it. There is a tiny little beach here, but we are actually just gonna come and swim. It's quite deep, I think it's 2 to 3 meters. I'm gonna paddle or use a life jacket, not necessarily swim.
This is outrageous. I get lost for words at places like this, especially when you have the whole bay, the whole beach to yourself. And I'm not letting Molly let the side down. We don't do life jackets around here.
Good?
It's so fresh.
I can't believe that we have this all to ourselves.
Not all to ourselves. Sea lice.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting bitten by sea lice, but the watercolour is so unique. It's more of an emerald colour,
yeah.
Because the mangroves lead out into the bay. Oh, them sea lice.
They don't like me, they like you.
They really, I must taste good. See you soon. And we have made it to James Bond Island.
This was actually in the film The James Bond Man with the Golden Gun in 1974, and it used to be part of the mainland. It's separated because of the tide, but it is pretty magnificent, isn't it? It kind of like otherworldly, the fact that there's just this high rock out in the middle right there, and it is pretty spectacular.
And we haven't got long. 20 years? They think that's gone.
Really?
Yeah, so we're lucky.
Really? 20 years?
20 years. It's crazy to think this beach was never here. If there wasn't an earthquake, this would just be one big island.
It's honestly crazy. I love that. I think that is so, so beautiful. And I'm the only one here. Essentially, it's going to be my island. I'm going to rename it.
I think you now think you could be a Bond girl. This is outrageous. We have come up to the viewpoint, not the official viewpoint. We've sort of jumped a fence to come to this viewpoint.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone. But look at this. I mean, it looks as if it has just been placed there. It looks fake. It looks like it was a prop from the movie, but I can't believe that it's going soon. I know that one recently, a rock that looks similar to it in the bay actually fell over. So I don't know if there's a way they'll be able to keep it up, whether they could put like a little fence around it or put some support to stop it collapsing, because it really is like of Phang Nga Bay. This is the most popular site, and still, because we got here early, I'm the only one. Maybe because no one's meant to jump this fence, but still. It's definitely time to leave. The crowds have arrived, and that is why we've done the private tour that we've done, because we had this whole place to ourselves for like 10 to 15 minutes, which is very, very rare, especially on a weekend.
Back on the boat. This is like a maze.
This is so cool. From James Bond Island to Koh Pan Yi. This is a floating village attached to a huge, monstrous limestone cliff. And the people that live here came here almost 200 years ago from Malaysia, from Indonesia. It's actually a Muslim community. There's a mosque here. And we have come on to the coolest, I wish I had a football, the coolest football pitch I have ever seen. Do you reckon we can get a football from a local?
I'm trying to find something that we can kick around, because I reckon if we ran from one side to the other, I would probably get a goal in. Do you reckon?
I'm not so sure. We haven't got a ball. I don't understand how they could even play football in here, because like you're gonna fall in.
I'm gonna pretend that there's a football there, but there's not. We couldn't find one. But this is actually where all the group tours come and have their lunch. There's lots of restaurants here, lots of souvenir shops. But we are actually gonna have lunch on a different island, because we like to be different, and we have the beauty of having a boat all to ourselves.
I have an idea.
What?
Go in goal quickly. Super quickly, go in goal. Make sure it does not fall in. If this falls in, this is a bad idea. I'm gonna use my slider.
Oh my god.
Goal.
Thank you. Oh, and now we're getting in a... Oh my god, it's a spongy kayak. We thought that we were going for lunch, but it turns out that we are actually working for our lunch.
To be fair, I'm working for our lunch.
He's working very hard. We are
Trying.
We are at Talud Island, and we are on an inflatable canoe kayak, which I think Matt is not doing the greatest of jobs
It's not
at
the
getting
easiest
through.
to kayak on, which is like going between the mangroves. It's definitely beautiful, but I think we're going between a cave in a minute, which is it's not going to be easy.
We have just come through
That was ridiculous.
a very scary cave, but it was worth it. This is wild. Oh my god.
We literally had to lay down and pull ourselves through.
I have no words for this.
There was about 2 centimetres, but we've come through to the most beautiful.
Are we on our own?
We are the only people in this tiny, little secluded lagoon. Wow. Careful, now leave it. Let's start. Whoa. Careful, careful, careful. And we're good, we're good. I think we're good.
Oh my gosh. We've made it out. How was that?
I don't know, I have a big head. Cheers. It's a mocktail, I promise.
Yeah, it is actually a mocktail. We are on Yao Yai Island for our lunch at the Van Rin Nam restaurant. The view is amazing. We have Massaman curry on the way, and I'm loving life right now.
Food has arrived and it looks so good. We have both gone for a Massaman curry, and even if the food wasn't that great, the view is absolutely incredible. We've actually now left the Phang Nga National Park, and that is the charm of doing the tour that we are doing. We have time to get to so many different islands, which means most will just be doing 2 or 3 in the national park. We're actually having lunch somewhere completely different and have a whole afternoon somewhere else. How is it?
Very hot, very spicy, but so good. So good. I had never had a Massaman curry before. Obviously you had to have it in Thailand, had it in Bangkok.
Surprisingly refreshing.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, it feels weird eating a hot curry in like 35 degrees, but it's so good.
That was exceptional and such a nice little spot that we wouldn't have known about if it wasn't for 5-Star Marine, and we wouldn't even get to go to the place we're going to this afternoon if it wasn't for them, because we saved so much time jumping on this bad boy. Afternoon, thank you.
Just a 20-minute boat ride from our lunch spot is Hong Island, actually in the Krabi area. So technically I can say welcome to part of Krabi. This is unreal. We're currently, oh my god, I'm not going to look back because that's actually quite scary.
So
we're going through
into the lagoon.
Oh my god. Wow, that is unreal.
So different here, right?
Yeah, it's so blue, very, very clear. It's just, I have no words. No words. Stop.
Wow, look at this place. We are now in the big lagoon here at Hong Island, and I mean there's one other boat, 2 other boats, one's just leaving in this whole lagoon. There's actually a beach the other side of the lagoon as well, and this definitely is more of a hidden gem here in Thailand, or in the south of Thailand, Phuket, Krabi. Most people are going to go and do Phi Phi Island, Maya Bay obviously, but this looks exactly the same, if not better, because there's no crowds. We now have the whole thing to ourselves.
It's honestly, I have no words. It's crazy, unbelievable, otherworldly, outstanding. This is
That is a lot of
beautiful.
words for you.
Yeah, I know, a lot of words. Yes, I will swim. I'm going to paddle actually.
It's watercolour.
I'm basically sunbathing on my life jacket, just floating in this like bluey, greeny water.
Emerald. I think it's, yes, definitely an emerald.
I can't tell because from in here it looks super clear, but from obviously where you're standing it's very green. On the other side of the island is this unbelievable beach with a very different colour water. This is so blue, very clear, white sand, you still have the limestone cliffs, and it's just, I'm lost for words. It's amazing, and you can swim here. It's kind of like going to Maya Bay without all the people, and that you can swim.
Wow, wow, wow. That is so good. Look at this place. We've got crystal clear Gatorade blue water. It's the first time I've seen this because the sand is so fine here. You're not actually near any of the mangroves, so you get powdery sand, no mud.
Paradise, isn't it?
This really is paradise, and we really have about 5 to 10 other people on this beach. This just keeps getting better and better.
This bit is definitely clearer. I don't know if it's just the way the sun's positioned, but it's just unreal. And the view that way, the backdrop, it's just crazy.
I love the limestone cliff.
Yeah.
It's like a limestone cliff that has like a little gap in the middle, and then you're just surrounded by these monstrous green jagged rocks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Charlie, thank you. You've been amazing.
Welcome.
The best.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. It's so cool. Thank you. Official now. We're literally official boatmen.
Wow, wow, wow. What an amazing tour with 5 Star Marine. They absolutely blew it out of the water. We certainly wouldn't have been able to see half of what we had seen if we'd done it on a traditional longboat. Because we had the private tour, we had the speedboat, it meant that we could get to so many places. Like we didn't expect to even be able to get to Hong Island, which like we said was in Krabi. Insane. With Hong Island, I'd definitely recommend going sort of later in the afternoon. We got there as all the tours had left and we kind of had it all to ourselves. It was just amazing. They even give you a rewards passport. Look at this, I actually can't deal. It's got our little photo here, and once you've done all 7 of their trips, you actually get a free Captain's Choice trip, which I just think is a really nice touch. Everything was so personal and we absolutely loved it. We have actually checked into a new hotel here in Phuket. We're out here with our family. I mean, they don't want to be in our videos as such. Who would want to be in our videos all the time when they're on their holiday? So we are going to be having a few days to ourselves, a few days with our family, and moving around the island. So we have checked into the Crest Hotel. I'm on my balcony. We haven't had a balcony for a while, and I better give you a room tour. So this is our balcony. It is absolutely massive and overlooks the most amazing view. Huge pool, decking, loads of places to sit and sunbathe, and an unreal sea view. I mean,
the sun is just starting to set.
The sun is starting to set. I'm in the middle of getting ready because we do have to go for dinner tonight. But when you come in, the room is massive. Ignore the mess. I don't know how we made it messy.
Mess in 10 minutes.
I know, but we have a little sofa bed over there, table and chairs, TV, fancy storage area. The bed fits like 10 people. It's so good, it's huge.
I can literally lose you in the night.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It's massive. And then the bathroom is open planned. Like we have the floating sink, the toilet, the shower, storage. The room is lovely. The resort is lovely. I'm hoping the food is lovely because I do need to get to dinner and dry my hair.
We need to eat. I need an early night.
I am starving. Thank you so much.
Cheers from the other side of the room. This is the longest table ever.
Feels good not to be so close to you.
I've had to come down closer to Molly. I was so far away.
You were.
Like way too far away. I couldn't even see you. This is so needed after a day on the boat. We've got some spring rolls and some chicken satay to start. We're actually in Amos at the Crest Hotel. There's also a rooftop, but it looks like it's going to rain a lot this evening, and I don't fancy getting wet, but the views are amazing. We're a little bit out of town from Patong, and you can actually see Freedom Beach, Tree Trunk Beach, so many beaches from up here. The views are amazing, but I'm going to tuck into this, and then I've got a burger on the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're getting fat tonight.
Way too much food.
Very, very solid burger. How was your massaman curry?
Very good.
Twice, I don't know how Molly said it. She said it twice in one day. You can basically compare. We're not going to compare. We're not going to compare the two. They're both great in their own way. We're now finishing up with a couple of games of pool. It has been a very, very long day. Again, 5-star Marine. If you want to do an island hopping trip in and around Phuket, PP, Krabi, do it. Do it with them. Go and see so many spots in one day, and the crew just amazing. I'm now going to beat Molly at pool. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one from somewhere in Phuket.